Do you feel a gnawing emptiness, a sense of being adrift despite outward success? We chase achievements, yet a deep dissatisfaction lingers, a paradox of a life seemingly complete yet profoundly unfulfilled. As Carl Jung wisely observed, the unconscious, if left unexplored, dictates our lives, disguising itself as fate. Are you ready to confront the hidden forces shaping your reality, or will you continue to play the role of a victim in your own life's drama? You feel it, don't you? Perhaps you attribute it to bad luck, external circumstances, or simply a chemical imbalance. But what if the source lies deeper, hidden within the unexplored caverns of your own psyche? What if that persistent feeling of being trapped, controlled by unseen forces, is the direct result of a hidden self, a shadow self, lurking just beneath the surface of your conscious mind? Jung's wisdom offers a profound insight. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This isn't some esoteric mumbo-jumbo, it's a stark, unflinching truth. Your shadow self, if left unaddressed, will dictate your choices, your relationships, and ultimately the trajectory of your life. It will shape your reality, whether you like it or not. But here's the reframe: you are not a victim of fate. You are not powerless against these hidden forces. Are you ready to stop running from the shadows and start integrating them into the masterpiece of your life? You feel it, don't you? That persistent unease, that nagging sense of something being off. Maybe it's anxiety that grips you unexpectedly, a low-level hum of dissatisfaction that no amount of success seems to silence. You achieve your goals, yet the emptiness remains. You build the life you thought you wanted, yet a shadow lingers at the edges of your vision. These are the parts of you you've diligently suppressed, the painful memories you've locked away, the fears you refuse to acknowledge. They're the whispers of doubt you ignore, the angry outbursts you justify, the vulnerabilities you conceal. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, understood this profound truth. He spoke of the shadow as the dark side of our personality, containing everything we reject about ourselves. It's not about eradicating these dark aspects. It's about understanding them, accepting them, integrating them into the tapestry of your being. It's about acknowledging the full spectrum of your emotions, the light and the dark, the joy and the pain, the strength and the vulnerability. By confronting the shadow, you aren't embracing negativity, you're embracing wholeness. The question then becomes, are you willing to face the darkness within, to peer into the abyss of your own unacknowledged emotions and experiences? You might have a successful career, a loving family, all the outward markers of a good life. Yet a deep, gnawing emptiness persists. You chase fleeting pleasures, accomplishments, distractions, anything to silence that inner voice whispering of something more, something different. This isn't weakness, it's a symptom. A symptom of a life lived half-heartedly, a life steered by unseen forces lurking beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. The truth is, you've been unknowingly steered by your shadow self. This shadow isn't some malevolent entity. It's a repository of the parts of you that you've actively suppressed: fears, insecurities, anger, desires, all the emotions and experiences deemed unsuitable for your carefully constructed self-image. It manifests as self-sabotage, unhealthy relationships, recurring patterns of failure, or a chronic sense of being out of control. As Jung himself put it, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. It's about understanding that these seemingly negative aspects are integral parts of your wholeness, offering valuable lessons and insights into your deepest motivations. The reframe isn't about fixing your flaws, it's about accepting them as part of your complex, fascinating being. So what if those feelings of emptiness, those moments of self-doubt, weren't signs of failure but pathways to profound self-discovery? What if embracing the dark, scary aspects of yourself wasn't a descent into chaos, but an ascent into true wholeness? What are you afraid to acknowledge within yourself? You feel it, don't you? That persistent gnawing feeling, a subtle discontent that shadows even your greatest achievements. The truth is, much of this unease stems from your shadow self, the hidden, unacknowledged parts of your psyche that Carl Jung brilliantly illuminated. These are the repressed emotions, the buried traumas, the aspects of yourself you deem unacceptable and thus shove into the darkness. Perhaps it's a childhood wound, a past betrayal, a deeply ingrained fear of vulnerability or failure. Whatever it is, this hidden self festers, silently sabotaging your relationships, your work, your very sense of self-worth. As he said, what you resist not only persists but will grow in intensity. Facing the shadow isn't about wallowing in negativity, it's about integrating these often painful yet vital aspects of yourself into a more complete, balanced picture. It's about recognizing that the darkness contains valuable energy, the potential for growth, strength, and profound understanding. Here's the reframe. You are not a victim of fate, of circumstance, or of your past. You are not a puppet on strings. So ask yourself, what hidden aspects of yourself are you refusing to acknowledge? What buried emotions are silently shaping your life? What fears are holding you captive? The answer and the path to true freedom lies within. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent feeling that something is profoundly wrong, even if your life looks perfect on paper. Success, relationships, material comforts. They offer fleeting moments of satisfaction, but the void remains. It's the shadow self, as Jung called it, the dark side of your personality, the repository of your repressed emotions, your buried traumas, the parts of yourself you deem unacceptable, unworthy, or too painful to acknowledge. These suppressed aspects aren't merely dormant, they're actively shaping your life, subtly sabotaging your relationships, your career, even your self-worth. As he said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This isn't about wallowing in negativity, it's about acknowledging the full spectrum of your being, the light and the shadow, the beautiful and the broken, and integrating them into a more complete, authentic self. It's about wholeness. So how do we reframe this? Stop viewing your shadow self as an enemy to be conquered, but as a wounded part of you needing compassion and understanding. Are you ready to face your shadow? Are you willing to step into the darkness, not to be consumed by it, but to illuminate it, and in so doing, illuminate your path to a more meaningful, liberated life? You feel it, don't you? That persistent hum of dissatisfaction, a low thrum of unease beneath the surface of your seemingly successful life. Maybe you have a good job, a loving family, all the things society tells you to want. Yet a void remains, a nagging sense that something is fundamentally wrong. Jung called it the shadow, those buried aspects of ourselves, the rejected emotions, the painful memories, the parts of us we deem unacceptable that we shove into the darkness. It's the fear of facing those hidden wounds, those uncomfortable truths about ourselves, that keeps them locked away, fueling the very anxieties they represent. But Carl Jung offered a profound insight. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. It's not an enemy to be vanquished, but a part of you begging to be understood and integrated. Stop seeing yourself as a victim of unseen forces. Become the architect of your own life by building a relationship with this hidden self. Acknowledge the pain, the fear, the anger, give them space and compassion. This isn't about self-indulgence, it's about self-honesty, a crucial step in achieving true personal power. You push it down, busy yourself with distractions, but it always returns, a shadow lurking at the edges of your awareness. This isn't weakness, it's a universal struggle. We all, at some point, experience this dissonance between the life we present to the world and the life we truly yearn for. This unsettling feeling often stems from the Jungian concept of the shadow self. Carl Jung, in his profound wisdom, spoke of individuation, the process of integrating the conscious and unconscious aspects of ourselves. He understood that the shadow isn't something to be banished, but to be understood, embraced, and integrated. He said, "What you resist persists." This isn't about becoming some idealized, flawless version of yourself. It's about becoming whole, accepting the light and the dark, the beautiful and the broken into the tapestry of your being. Journaling, meditation, or therapy can be invaluable tools in this process. The goal is not to erase the darkness, but to illuminate it, to understand its origins and its role in your life's narrative. By integrating your shadow self, you gain a deeper sense of self-acceptance, self-compassion, and self-mastery. What shadows within you are you ready to begin illuminating? What steps will you take today to begin the journey toward wholeness?